everybody, and welcome back to the Irish Duo Week 2 post-game show. And we got some more news for you guys on Notre Dame's game against the Ball State Cardinals in South Bend. So let's just get some viewers here, and then we will start the show. And I hope you guys like this series, and we are going to continue it for as long as we can. So yeah, let's just wait until we can get some viewers in the show.
It was fun watching the games this weekend. College football, NFL started up, fantasy football. I felt like this was just a fun weekend. If you're a football fan, no matter what level, high school football's going on. So just a lot of good stuff happening and a lot of fun going on.
For sure. Thank you guys for watching and liking that video yesterday on the Steelers vs. Browns fan reaction. And it's awesome that we hit 1,426 subscribers. As you guys can see right here, we got the live subscribe count. So, yeah, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell. And the 2008 review book giveaway will be as soon as I can. Do it.
That's awesome. Yeah, we appreciate all the subs and people liking the videos, commenting. We appreciate that, and we'd love to interact with you. So if you want to comment on what we're sharing or who your favorite team is or what you're thinking this upcoming week, that would be great.
All right. We got 7 viewers now, so let's just get started with our first point.
So as we come into this, Aden, as we reflect on the Ball State game, the biggest takeaways as we reflect on the game and kind of slept on it here for couple days, what are the biggest takeaways? And for me, it's evident that this was a letdown game. Every team experiences this during the season at some point, a letdown game. You come into a game with so much energy and enthusiasm, and then the next game you come out flat. And that's exactly what happened to us this past week. I felt like in week 1 against Michigan, we were flying around the field both defensively and offensively. I still remember the Chris Fink touchdown against 2 Michigan defenders taking the ball away. I remember Alze Mack making a big catch and holding on to it after he was targeted. And then I think about Miles Boykin's catch in the end zone. It was called back because of a flag, but still a great catch, keeping his feet in bounds, going up and getting it. I just felt like Notre Dame had so much confidence and enthusiasm, motivation in that game. And then against Ball State, as I said, we came out flat. Our rushing attack just wasn't there. We weren't getting the holes. And I felt like we've been struggling through 2 weeks in this season. We are currently ranked 120th out of 130 teams with 2.8 rushing yards per carry. 2.8 rushing yards per carry, ranked 120th out of 130 teams with that. And then we're ranked 106 out of 130 teams with only 124 rushing yards per game. So we really need to do better in that. We need to open up holes, and that leads to my next point of the offensive line. I think we struggled with the offensive line and just the assignment football here. There weren't big holes for the guys to run through. And Brandon Wimbush was getting hit way too much, having to go outside the pocket way too much. And he had 3 interceptions and 0 touchdowns. And that just can't happen, especially to a MAC team and just an average team at best. So I just felt like overall, letdown game, our rushing attack wasn't there, O-line didn't perform well, and Brandon Wimbush didn't do anything to stand out. And so what would you say, Aden, is your biggest takeaway?
Well, before we get to the next point, thank you guys all for watching here in the chat. If you want me to notice you, just type in the chat, and I'll say hello to you guys.
What do we got going on over there in the chat?
Well, we got Dynamax Bro. Thank you for tuning in. We have JRob25. Cheer for old Notre Dame for sure.
Yeah, boy.
We got the Rizzle Rizzler, how's it going, bro? We got scroll up here. We got Xavier Wolf 19. How's it going? We got Gio. So yeah, let's.
Lots of Irish fans, and glad that you're here with us. Feel free to comment on what we're sharing or your favorite team or predictions this upcoming week. We'd love to interact with you. And getting back to our takeaways here, as I shared, definitely a letdown game. What was your biggest takeaway after reflecting on this Ball State victory?
Paul, how's it going, Paul? So I'm still happy that we're still 2-0. I mean, yeah, it's a letdown game, but we're still 2-0. We're still undefeated after the first 2 weeks. And yeah, okay, we didn't look pretty, but I'd rather have a bad game win against a well-played loss. And I'd rather play bad against a team that is not very good. Doesn't take too much to beat. I'd rather play bad against that type of team than play bad against, Alabama, Georgia, Stanford, somebody like that. So that really is important to me too. That we can have these letdown games as long as we win against these bad teams. Yeah, it doesn't look good at all. The committee doesn't like it, especially about 652 total offensive yards, I believe, in week 1. And yeah, okay, they didn't play a great team, but I don't care. That is still an incredible number. Ohio State played against Oregon State, who was 1-11 last year, and they couldn't even put up 625 or 652 total offensive yards against that. So that really just goes to show that they have a good offense, and we got the win only by a touchdown. But hey, I'll take it. We just got to keep our foot on the gas. Just keep on going. Get big wins against Virginia Tech, Stanford, USC always is a very hard team to beat. And when we play teams like Navy, who's not very, very good, we can have these types of games as long as we win.
Yeah, so I was a little bit more pessimistic. You're optimistic, and that's good. I think you're right. We have to just keep the foot on the gas, and that leads into my next topic of the future outlook here. As we kind of process things and think ahead, where's your head at? As you've seen 2 Notre Dame football games, what are you thinking with regard to the future here with this season?
We just need to get back on track, and it just goes to my point again. We can have these types of games against teams like Vandy, Navy, even, we can have these types of games, not much to it. Just get wins, stay on track, Losing in college football is obviously crucial, especially when there's only 4 teams going into the playoffs. So yeah, just keep the foot on the pedal.
Yeah, we got to get back on track, like you said, against Vandy. I think we got to come out, play with enthusiasm. We're at home again. 3 home games in a row is going to be huge at the lockdown, that home field advantage. So I agree with you. My point, I just say we have to trust our coaches. I think Coach Kelly has put together a great staff, starting with Clark Lee as defensive coordinator, Chip Long as offensive coordinator, Dell Alexander, Autry Denson, Coach Light, Coach Elston. We just have so many great coaches, both on and off the field, and I think they're excellent with the X's and O's as well as recruiting. And so we just need to trust our coaches. Sometimes in these games, like against Ball State, we have a vanilla playbook, which means we're not showing too much. But I think as we progress, as we play teams such as Stanford and Virginia Tech, USC, the playbook will expand. We'll try to get the ball in our playmakers' hands, the speed guys, the slot guys, and try to make some big plays here down the field. And Coach Kelly always loves the dual threat quarterbacks that have mobility. So I just think, again, the playbook will expand. He'll show some new things, and we'll get back on track. And we just need to trust the game plan from the coaches, and I think we're going to be in great shape moving forward.
And once we go to our final point, which will be predictions, so we are going to make predictions for 4 of the bigger games this week. But let me just say hi to everybody in the chat. Airplane 867, welcome to the stream. Vast, how's it going, bro? Dalton, how's it going? Yes, I do play Fortnite. You should be a broadcaster, thank you. Check out your comments on the latest video. I commented, okay, I will. California rocks. That's about it for now.
Awesome.
All right, so let's just get into our final scene here. It will be the Week 3 predictions. So let's get into that. So first game we got picked is number 12 LSU versus number 7 Auburn, which is just, in my opinion, the biggest game of the week. And it's going to be a tough game. Very, very good game. I think it'll be in a 10-point range, in between there, a little bit, very close game. But I still think Auburn is the real deal, even though they only beat Washington by a point. And I didn't think Washington was that good from the start of the year, but once again, they still got the win. LSU has looked very impressive here in the first 2 weeks, but I still take Auburn over LSU.
Yeah, I'm not buying the LSU hype yet. They have Ohio State's third-string quarterback, Joe Burrow, under center. Not sold on him. Not sold on their coach either. I think he's had some hype coming into this position and just hasn't maintained that, hasn't had consistency. And so I'm going with Auburn. They've had great quarterback play, had a big win versus Washington. So I think Auburn will take care of LSU this week, probably about 7 to 10 points.
All right, and then our next game is Ohio State versus number 15 TCU. This is a game, it's technically neutral site, but it's still in Texas at the AT&T Stadium, home of the Dallas Cowboys. I think everybody knows this, that Ohio State's going to win this game. I'm a big Ohio State hater. Absolutely despise them. I think they're the most overrated team in the whole country. But TCU, there's that team and like 2 other teams in the top 25 currently that I just don't think should be in the top 25 whatsoever, not even close. To TCU's one of those 3. Ohio State's getting this win.
Yeah, I would say Ohio State just has too much of offensive firepower. They've demonstrated these first couple weeks. I think TCU will have trouble slowing them down, and that Ohio State will win this pretty handily.
For sure. And then our last game is two more games. Number 17, Boise State versus number 24, Oklahoma State. Now, these just 2 ranked teams in the top 25. 2 teams you don't really hear about that often, but two ranked teams that are in this list, and I'm taking Oklahoma State. Now, they lost their key player, which is Mason Rudolph, their starting quarterback, top 10 quarterback in college football last year, as he got drafted by the Steelers and is now in their second to third string with Josh Jacobs and, of course, Ben Roethlisberger. Could potentially start for Pittsburgh as soon as Ben retires. Either him or Josh Jacobs will have to battle it out, or if we get another quarterback. So I'm taking Oklahoma State, upsetting Boise State.
Okay, well, I think Oklahoma State's favored by 3. Now, they're at home, so it's pretty much a wash. But both of these teams have 2 blowout wins to start their season, haven't played anybody. This is just one of those coin tosses for me. And I ride with the teams that have been there before, that have been consistent, and I think Boise State will take a field goal victory over Oklahoma State this game. And so I have to say Lee Corso's line, not so fast, my friend. I think Boise State takes this and beats Oklahoma State.
What's up, water bottle? And can you read this out loud? Yes, I can, SpongeBob. And another thing with that Oklahoma State game, Oklahoma State's in the, Big 12, bigger conference than Boise State and the MAC, I believe. So I just think Oklahoma State plays tougher teams, more elite team. I think they're getting this victory. And our final game is number 22 USC versus Texas. Now, we put in USC because they, big Notre Dame rival, and I still think they've got a good season ahead of them. I have them taking a big win over Texas, at least 20 to 25-point win, at least. Texas, has looked terrible. Week 1, play Maryland. No doubt the worst team in the Big Ten, one of the worst teams in the country, and they won by like a touchdown. They were losing to them the whole game, and they lost. Lost to Maryland. And then week 2, they played Tulane.
Tulsa.
Tulsa. They only won by 1 touchdown to Tulsa. USC's winning by at least 25.
Yeah, I think it's safe to take USC in this game, and it's interesting. If you're not a USC fan, you probably don't know this, but USC's quarterback, JT Daniels, last year was a junior in high school. Now process that for a minute. He was a junior in high school last year, so he should be a senior in high school this year. He reclassified, had enough credits, so he graduated early from high school, a year early, and is a true freshman at USC. And as a true freshman, he beats out 3 other USC quarterbacks. So you can understand the hype with this young man. Was highly ranked coming out of high school, great quarterback, and I think he'll have some growing pains this season, but I think he also has great receivers around him. And again, they win by a comfortable 3 scores, 3 touchdowns, probably around 21 points, and USC will take them down.
Good for him. Thanks. Learned something new today. On the Texas, they just really looked bad to start off the year. But yeah, that is it for the show. I hope you guys enjoy the Irish duo. If you guys want us to continue this series, leave down in the comment section or just in the live chat right now if you're watching live. Also like clicking that thumbs up button down below. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on post notifications by clicking that bell so you know whenever I stream or post a video. And I'll see you guys on the next video, which will either be another football show or a Fortnite gameplay. Go Irish, guys, and I'll see you guys on the next